Hello. So I'm Mrs. J, and you had a question on finding the equations. We're finding, notice this one's with the x, so it's ax plus b. But to find them, you either need to use the calculator or Excel. And using it on the calculator, and then I'll show you Excel also. The first thing we do is go under Stats. And then if you have items in there, then you go under Clear List and hit Enter. And then it shows you the list down here. Now I don't want to clear list 1 and 2 because I already typed them, but you would just type whichever list, comma, and the next one, and then it'll delete them for you. So then if you go back into Stat and you go over to Edit right there and hit Enter, you can type your values. And if you notice, I typed these ones in already: 84, 94, 96, 98, and so they're all in there. Once you have them, then you hit the second and quit. Then we go back into Stat, and we want to go over to Calc because we want to calculate a linear regression line. Number 4, ax plus b. You hit Enter. You hit Enter one more time, and it will find a and b for you. This one would be a because it's with the x. 113.5. Notice if we round this, because it said 2 decimal places, this 9 is going to round to a 50, so it's 113.5. This one would be 54.76 going 2 decimal places, and that's exactly what they had. So under Stat and Edit, you first type your X and your Y, and then you go to Stat and Calculate. When you get into Tests, you do the same thing, but you go over to Test and down to Linear Regression right here. And you hit Enter. And then it depends on if it's greater than, less than, or not equal to. And these are what list you put X and Y in. And then you just calculate. And it'll give you your T value, your P value, your degrees of freedom. And it also gives you A and B, standard deviation, R squared, and R. So from the test, you can find out all the information. Now doing it on Excel, I typed the data already. Then you highlight all of it. To highlight it, you left click and then drag it. Okay. Then you go under Insert, over to this one, which is Scatter Plot, and you pick this one. And there's our points. Now there's 2 ways you can find the regression line. You can either go under Add Chart Elements or this plus sign, but not all Word document or Excel documents have this plus. If it doesn't have it, then you can use this. So I'll show you both. So when we go here, go down to Trendline. Notice it just drew it. Then you hit the little arrow and go down to More Options. And it brings this up. Go to the bottom of it, and notice it didn't bring up what I wanted, because usually it says the correlation. Sometimes that happens. Just close it and do it again. I think because I did it a minute ago. But that happens. And see, now it has the graph. It's using the linear. And go down to the bottom, and you want the equation and the R squared. And there it is. Now if your numbers are too small, you can highlight them and make them bigger. There we go. So we have our 113.5, and this one rounded a little further, but 54.76. Now to do it using Add Chart Elements, you would just go down until you see Trendline, which is right here, and then more options, and then the same thing comes up. And you just mark the bottom two, but we already had gotten that, but it'll do it again. So either the plus sign or Add Chart Elements. If you have any other questions, let me know. And